The category sheet of the Mastery Quadrant Self-Publishing App can help you identify the best categories that you should use to help your book rank on Amazon. There are over 13,000 categories on Amazon. How do you find the most optimum category for your book? The answer lies in category research. You begin by going to the Amazon website and searching for relevant keywords in the Amazon search bar. Look at the books that are the most similar to your own and make a note of the categories that they have chosen to be listed in. The categories that these books are listed in are available in the product details section of the book detail page. Another option to find categories is to browse through the Amazon category structure itself. This is available on the left menu, under the Kindle Store followed by Kindle eBooks header. Drill through the list until you find categories that are relevant to the book that you have written. By the end of this exercise, you should have a list of categories that are relevant to your book. You now need to assess the competitiveness of each of these categories. Make a note of all the categories that you believe may be relevant for your book, in the category column of the category sheet in the Mastery Quadrant Self-Publishing App. Once you are happy with your list of categories, it is time to understand how competitive each of these categories are. This requires you to find the ABSR or the Amazon bestseller rank for each of the top 10 books that show up as results in the top 100 paid list for that category. To find the ABSR rank of the top 10 books for each category, simply open up the book listing page of each of the top 10 results. On each of the books listing page on Amazon, scroll down to the book details section and take the ranking for paid in Kindle Store. Simply put in this number in the ABSR column for each of the top 10 books. Once you have filled in the ABSR data for the top 10 books for a specific category, you will get an estimate of the monthly sales generated by the top-selling and the worst-selling book in the top 10 ranked books for this category. In order to break into the top 10 paid ranks for this category, this is an estimate of the monthly sales that you will need to generate. As you go through your category list, you may also wish to make qualitative notes against each of your categories. What is the initial impression of the top 10 books that you see? Do they all look professional, with a good cover image, a strong title and a good description? If you happen to come across categories where lower quality books appear to have broken into the top 10, it is a clear indication that this should be an easier category to rank in. You may be tempted to choose categories where it is easiest to rank the highest. This may not be a sensible strategy, if this represents a very small and highly niche segment that has very low traffic. While there is no direct way of knowing how much traffic each Amazon category receives, a category with no highly ranked books could be seen as a warning sign. This may seem like a very large amount of manual and time-intensive work to be put in, simply to choose the best categories to use for your book. You are not wrong. While the Mastery Quadrant Self-Publishing App does help you assess category competitiveness, it still requires you to invest a lot of time and effort to pull in the relevant data for the app to be able to give you a competitive assessment. We are not fans of needless manual work when automation tools can do this work for you. This is why we highly recommend that you consider investing in the keyword and category automation tool called Publisher Rocket instead. This superb tool helps make the extremely manual and time-consuming keyword and category research process a trivial task, with a lot of additional functionality. To understand the full benefits of this great automation tool, have a look at our review by clicking on the link below and in the description. Category research is a fine balancing act between choosing popular, high-traffic and high-competition categories and niche, low-traffic and low-competition ones. There are also differences between Amazon categories, BISACs and the categories that you are allowed to select while uploading your book. We discuss various of the finer details of category research in our book, Master the Art of Self-Publishing.